I used to compare myself to Maggie all the time. That is what will get rid of that comparison problem.
It's their job to cover up.
It's their job to cover it all up. I'm like, do I want to be that girl or do I want to be God's girl?
I'm Maggie.
I'm Juliana.
And
this is Beautiful Girlhood. I hope that sounds good. I can't hear you. Okay, guys. Well, as you can see, we actually have our mics.
Yes, I'm so
our
excited.
big girl podcast mics. We can't connect them to the same phone, so
My phone
I
is
can't
on
really
the ground
hear
right
Maggie
now.
that well, and she can't really hear me. But I hope it works.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, how was your week?
It was good. I mean, what day is it today? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
All of last week I was at camp at RBC, which was really fun.
Good.
Yes.
What all did you do there?
So much. We did a lot. We played games. Like, they split the camp up into, like, two different teams. Red and blue team.
I'm trying to figure out how to hold my mic.
Am I holding it good?
I think so. I was trying to copy you.
Oh. So they split the camp up into red and blue team. I was on red team.
Cute.
All the girls from, like, my group that went were on red team, and then all the guys were from blue team. So it was, like, fun to, like, competition.
Yeah.
My team won.
Oh,
We're just, like,
okay.
good. No, I mean, blue team was fine, too.
Yeah.
I think it was really close, actually.
Nice.
But, yeah, we played games. We went to chapel. It was really fun.
Oh, that's cute.
Loved it.
Cute. Did you get sick because of camp, or?
I got sick, like, halfway through the week.
That's the
It was
worst.
actually really not fun.
Did you have a sore throat?
Yeah. Well, at first it started being, I felt it like getting scratchy and sore, and I was like, it's fine. It's like other girls are losing their voice.
Yeah.
I'm probably just losing mine from like cheering so much, whatever. And then it like, I woke up one morning and my nose was kind of stuffy, and I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just that I'm losing my voice.
my voice.
So yeah, I got a stuffy nose, and my throat like got better. But it's pretty much gone now, which is good. I never, like, fevered or anything, which was really good. Because if I had, I would have had to go home.
Yeah.
And that would have been really not fun.
Yeah.
So, thankfully, I didn't.
Good job.
And then tomorrow I leave for another trip.
Yeah, my goodness. Is that your rafting one or river one?
Canoe.
Canoe.
So I'm going to the Boundary Waters in Minnesota. And I'm going to canoe the Boundary Waters for, like,
Wow.
3 days.
So do you, like, sleep in tents, or? Yeah. Ooh, is it just you and your dad?
Yeah, so
Okay.
my dad, for each kid, does, like, a senior year, like, adventure trip.
Okay.
Yeah, so for Miriam, my older sister, she hiked down into the Grand Canyon.
Okay, the Grand Canyon. Yeah.
And then I'm going to the Boundary Waters, and Miriam was so upset that mine's 4 days and hers was only 2.
Oh, wow.
Favoritism, question mark? No.
Tisk tisk.
My dad loves us all.
I feel so emo with this side of it. Like, it's in my face, and does it look stupid?
No.
Okay. Tell me if it does. Tell me if I need, because I'm, like, tempted to, like.
So side note, your hair looks stupid.
Yeah. Pause. Your hair is
Clap.
looking really bad.
No, I think I look like an egghead, probably.
I think it's cute. This is our first time with headphones, guys.
Yeah,
we were
were
struggling
very,
a little bit.
Yeah. Anyways, tell me about your week.
Anyways, I also got sick like a week from yesterday.
Yeah.
It was awful because when I get sick, like when I get a sore throat, I shut down. So I do not speak, I do not drink, I do not eat for at least 24 hours. It's really bad. I do not take sore throats
Julie just
lightly.
hides in her
I
room.
do not. Exactly. So I was chilling, just like if I don't really move, then I don't think about how hungry I am. But I did drink a little bit of water. It was fine. But I was a little nauseous. It wasn't like really, but a little bit. And so I was like, I should probably eat some food. So I ate a little bit of fruit from Chick-fil-A. I didn't know that fruit is like acidic.
Oh.
Which is not good,
Did it make it
especially on
worse?
an empty stomach.
Oh,
So
ow.
I kind of threw up a little bit. It was weird because I think I kind of freaked myself into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because for those who don't know, I have a deathly anxiety of throwing up. And so I think I kind of like worked myself up. And you know when you're like sick and it's like your spit just keeps coming and it's nasty, and I was like, I can't. So anyway, so I kind of like gagged into throwing up, and then it didn't happen again. And then I went to bed, and then it was okay.
This girl sent me a text at like 1 in the morning in the middle of my week at camp, and like you were like, so I'm sick and I can't fall asleep, and she said these amazing sweet things about me as a friend and everything, and it like totally, I woke up and I was like, this is gonna be a good day, especially because I was feeling sick too.
Yeah. Oh, we're going through it together.
It's okay.
Aww.
So yeah, she's so sweet. That literally made my whole day.
Thanks. And so anyways, then I just kind of had like congestion for the rest of the week. So
Yeah.
we pushed through.
We're alive.
We're alive. And then anyways, we went back to the lake for a few days with our cousins.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was good. We watched Jurassic World. And then the day after we got home, took a little day trip and went to see the Descendants Zombies Worlds Collide tour. So I thought I would rep the merch we got going on right here. So it was amazing. Best night of my life. Yes, I spent a lot of money to get 4 tickets, but honestly, I don't regret it at all. Best purchase ever. It was incredible. It was incredible, guys. So shout out to the cast, the members, because you guys did
listening.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm sure you're listening right now. You guys were incredible, and I loved every second of it. And if you want to hear more about it, let me know. I'll send you videos. Yeah.
No, I was just watching all the videos. It looked like so much fun.
And I sent her a video when we were at the concert during Space Between, because maybe we should insert the video of us singing it when we were little.
You can find me in the space between where 2 worlds come to me and never be out of reach. 'Cause you're a part of me, so you can find me in the space between. Oh, the space between.
It's so
Okay, we're all
cute. When
friends
we were
here.
younger, we were obsessed with the song, like when the movie came out, and we would just sing it Space Between, so I can only think of Maggie when I hear that song. It's so good. Yeah, so it was fun, and we didn't record an episode last week because Maggie was at camp, and we had already recorded two episodes in one day the week before.
So we would have had to record
it was
3. I mean, I just figured probably a break would be good.
it was fine. So we're back, and today we're talking about
Comparison. Yes, it's a big topic, but a very important one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's dive in.
Remember last
Let's get
time?
into it. Let's get into these amazing notes we have. Okay, well, to start off a little bit, we thought we'd just kind of talk about how we've experienced comparison and still do. I mean, it's an ongoing thing, to be honest. So yeah, honestly, I feel like it's something I've struggled with a lot throughout my whole life, because I've always been somebody who just cares so much what people think about me, and throughout, like, even, like, I used to compare myself to Maggie all the time, because we've been friends our whole lives, but since we had such similar lives, I think I was always, like, you know, comparing myself to her, but always trying to, like, impress her. It was, like, every new clothing item or experience, I'm like, I have to show Maggie.
Yeah, I in like probably 7th to like probably 9th grade. I struggled a lot with comparison because I go to a school that's very academically rigorous, and I like school, and I'm not bad at school by any means, but I'm just pretty average, and I'm not like above average smart, and a lot of the people that do go to my school really excel, like that's their area of strength. And so I would look at myself, and then I would look at my friends and think, oh my goodness, I'm not as good as them, like I wish I was more like them, and then I would start to think about myself in a poor way. Even the littlest things, like I would compare, and I would always try and find a fault like in myself. And I'd compare myself to Julie because she had all these cool things. She had cool clothes. She had a phone. Like I didn't get a phone for a while after Julie had one, and I just always was comparing myself to others. And it finally got to a point where my dad he just told me, like, you have to stop because it's not helping you. You're not going to be any happier in life if you're constantly comparing yourself to others.
Yeah, especially I feel like, I don't know, that transition from middle school years to high school years is a lot of it, because going into high school too, and then you become the youngest of that group of people, and there's so many people to look up to, and also so many like experiences and friend groups and stuff that happens that you kind of always are trying to prove yourself to people. And so I think that's when I experienced it a lot. And I also, comparing myself to my sister too, because, we're very different people. I'm like, but I kind of was expecting to have the same experience as she had in 8th grade or whatever. And when it didn't happen, I was like, oh, something wrong with me. And I'd beat myself up for it. Or if the guy I had a crush on wouldn't even talk to me, I didn't talk to him either, but, it's like, might have been on me too. But, I would like cry myself to sleep, like, what's wrong with me? And I just, pick myself apart all the time. And it becomes an idol in your life, because it is selfish in a sense, because you're thinking about yourself all the time. But it's really hard to get over yourself, even if you like really dislike yourself or really love yourself, both of those are selfish.
Yeah.
Because it's all your thoughts are focused on yourself. And so comparison, the Bible says it's a thief of joy, and it really is, because you're not, celebrating others. You're focusing on, how can I be celebrated?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's a very selfish thing, because you're always thinking, me, I. Why don't I look like her? Why don't I have the same grades as this person? Why doesn't this person talk to me? It's always thinking about yourself and not others.
Yeah.
Which is the root of it, I think.
Yeah. And we all want what we don't have,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because there are people who are comparing themselves to you and who want things that you have, and you just don't ever even think about it, because you're just so focused on what you don't have that it becomes an obsession, and then you just don't see what you do have.
So I think kind of what I took as just encouraging when I was struggling with comparison was when my youth pastor said that our worth is not in our achievements, looks, talents, but in Christ. Once you become a follower of Christ, your identity is not with yourself. You belong to Christ. And comparing to ourselves to others is wanting to conform to the image of this world. But the Bible tells us that we're not to do that. We're to conform to the image of Jesus, of his son. And so by looking at somebody else and thinking, I wish I had what they had, or I wish I looked like they did, is like wanting what the world has, and it's not right, because we're supposed to conform to what Jesus is, to serve others, to put others before yourself. And that is what will get rid of that comparison problem, because you will have the different mindset of, I'm not serving myself, I'm serving others.
Well, truly, it really is, do I care about what the world thinks about me? Do I care what God thinks about me? Wanting to look good, or whatever, is okay. Like, you want to put in the effort of yourself enough that you're taking care of the body that God gave you, but to not pick yourself apart that you don't like literally just the person God made you to be. Like, there's things in your personality, maybe that certain sins you struggle with more, like, not holding your tongue. That's something you do want to work on, but your whole personality is exactly the way it's supposed to be. It's how God made you to be. So it is good to have self-reflection and to be able to notice those things about you when you do struggle with stuff. But it's not good to just be like, oh, this person has this feature on their face that I don't have. Now I'm going to, try and change that with makeup, or I'm going to cry because I don't look like that. That's the difference between, self-reflection and then I hate myself.
Yeah.
There is a line there. I like what you said, and really comparison can distract you from your purpose. Our purpose is to love people and to be examples of God, and really focusing on others is the best way to accomplish our purpose. And when we're only thinking about ourselves in comparison, it's taking away from our purpose of being on this world to love other people.
Well, the chief end of man is to glorify God and enjoy him forever.
Yeah.
It's not to please others. It's not to get this, like, crazy academic score or look this certain way. That's not your chief end.
Yeah.
Your chief end of man is to glorify God, enjoy him forever, but also you can add on to that, like sharing the gospel and furthering his kingdom. And you can't do that if you're just focused on yourself and how others perceive you.
Even when it says, like, the first best commandment is to love God, with all your heart and soul, and the second is to love your neighbor as yourself.
Yeah.
But it's not to please your neighbor or, have your neighbor like you or be like your neighbor. It's love your neighbor.
Love your neighbor. 1 Peter 4:10 talks about how God gave us each a gift. We each have been given a gift, and God wants us to use that gift to further his kingdom. And so a lot of the time to stop comparison is to stop looking at other people's gifts and to instead look at yourself and realize the gifts that you do have, because they are there. I remember, like, when I think it was in 9th grade, I was driving home from school and I was upset because I didn't get the same grade as one of my friends did on a test. And I was like, Mom, these persons, like, I have my friends and I can list out all of their strengths and I just want those. And I'm like, what is mine? Like, I literally, Mom, I was like, I don't know what it is. I can't find it. And then bringing that to somebody and, you know, giving them that question, and they have the outside perspective. My mom watches me and she sees me every day, like, look in the mirror and wish I looked like something else, or she watches me with disappointment. Or no, she doesn't watch me with disappointment. She watches me when I'm disappointed in myself.
She watches me with disappointment.
My mom is very proud of me. No. She watches me when I'm disappointed in myself, and she, you know, has that outside perspective when I'm only thinking about myself, and they can give you those, they can see those gifts, and they can give them to you, and then that's encouraging and uplifting. And so my mom has told me, like, these are the gifts that God has given you. It's different than that of your friends, but if we all had the same gifts, then only one thing would be accomplished in the world.
But it's good to be thankful for who God made you to be, and then use your strengths to, you know, be an example of Christ.
Even looking at David in Psalms, he writes in Psalm 139, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Like, being able to, you know, recognize that fact is not selfish.
Okay, let's talk about social media, because I think this is one of the biggest places that comparison can stem from. It is, at least for me. If you don't know how to control that it can be really, really, really harmful. I feel like it's really annoying with social media how big of a trend it's become, like, that girl.
Yeah.
Because also, what is that girl? I don't know. It's like the prettiest, most productive person in the world, I guess. I don't think that girl exists anywhere. My friend, shout out Lily, that trend, and she was like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, do I want to be that girl or do I want to be God's girl? And I feel like that's huge. And because someone's looking at you thinking, oh, she's that girl, and someone else is looking at you like, doesn't even care. Like, there's just, you're gonna meet all different kinds of people in your life, but if you're so focused on, like, I have to buy this, put this on, you know, wear this all the time, to where you're only focusing on how to glow up, how to be that girl, you're gonna miss being God's girl, which is ultimately gonna make you the happiest person ever.
Trying to be that girl is not the way that you're going to achieve happiness. Because you're always going to be like, okay, well, I need to do better. Like, there's something better than this, you know.
You are that girl.
You are that
girl when you're not trying to be that girl.
You'll accidentally be that girl when you're not trying to be that girl if you become God's girl.
Snaps to that. Wisdom is flowing.
This is a pretty good episode, I feel like.
So good.
So I know that a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on how much social media should be used. And I think, more importantly and above all else, it depends on your parents and what they think is best for you. But I think limiting social media can be a beneficial thing, not just having free reign to it, because a lot of the time the things on social media that seem like so great that you want them aren't real. Filters are a real thing. People use them all the time, and it creates unrealistic you know, realities of, like, okay, I wish I looked like her because her skin is perfect, but in reality,
it's not.
It's not.
It's not. Most people's skin is not perfect.
No.
All the celebrities that look incredible, and then you zoom in really close, and it's like, oh, they have normal skin. Like,
there's a zit on her forehead.
Yeah.
She's using concealer to cover it up, or
they have professional makeup artists, people.
It's their job to cover up.
It's their job to cover it all up. Yeah,
but social media, I think boundaries are really good.
Huge. Like, because you can also come across things not to do with comparison that are just absolutely disgusting. Yeah. And it's just accidental. Like, no amount of, like, restriction can fully take that away. It's incredibly dangerous. So if your parents are like, I don't want you to have it,
abide by those rules.
You will be thankful for it in the long run.
Yeah, 12-year-old girls, things can be dangerous for them.
Yeah.
And I remember wanting them so bad and, begging my parents.
Yeah.
Mom, let me get TikTok.
Mhm.
But they knew it was best for me not to. And looking back now, I'm so glad I didn't have it.
I mean, as soon as I got Snapchat too, like I deleted it and I haven't gotten it back, and I'm thankful for it. I didn't even like it. I'm just like constantly sending photos of my wall to people.
Yeah.
And it was like so important to me. Always, I think, just constantly having self-reflection. Think about, because you just get into ruts sometimes, and then if you really like sit back and think about it, it's like, okay, I think I'm just focusing on myself a little bit too much right now. And I've been there, I mean, even recently, and a lot of that came from being on social media too much. Like, I was on YouTube, like, hours. Like, my screen time was so high, and it's just, like, it wasn't even
shorts
interesting. Yeah.
is so dangerous.
It's so
for me.
addicting. It's so
bad.
addicting. And I realized, like, I start to get an attitude. You get irritable.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, I'm not happy with how I'm acting recently. What's going on? I'm just not happy. And if you just kind of think about it, I'm like, I haven't been doing my Bible time. I've been on my phone hours in a day. And I've been obsessed about myself. Then you start making lists. Oh, I need to buy this now. Or this is what I needed to glow up for this season. Or this is what, all of that. And it comes from that. And so sometimes it just takes stepping back, looking at it, or listening to your mom or whatever who tells you these things. And it's like taking that responsibility, being like, okay, I am thinking about myself too much. I am putting myself in these positions. How do I get myself out? Do I need to delete this app? Do I need to, not wear makeup for a week? And just do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I feel like that was a really
like
good
that was
one.
good, yeah.
That was fun. I've loved looking at all, like, the comments and stuff on Spotify. My baby sister always comments, which is so sweet.
Shout out Evelyn, love you.
Oh.
Shout out to Michael and Cody for supporting the podcast.
Thanks, guys. They're
Thanks.
real ones.
You're real ones.
And then Amelie responded, which is so sweet. And while I was at camp, like, I had people coming up to me and be like, "You have a podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do. You should listen." So yeah,
it's fun.
really fun. So keep telling your friends.
Yep.
We're having a lot of fun.
And let us know, please, anybody,
Yeah.
everybody, even if there's one person, comment what you want to hear, because we need ideas. For real.
If you know us, you can text us or you can comment. And I look at those and read them. So yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
We'll see it. Well, love
Thanks
you.
for listening. Bye.
Bye.